If you're feeling overwhelmed, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're in the thick of building your baby registry and you're comparing items and you're looking at this massive list wondering what in the world have you gotten yourself into. I completely understand it. I vividly remember feeling that way when I created my own baby registry 4 years ago. But now, as a mom of 2 and going through it twice, I have a much better understanding of what you actually need in the first year. Today, I'm going to be sharing the top 20 products that you absolutely are going to want that first year of motherhood that I used day in and day out for both of my children. And I'm going to be sharing the mistakes that I made to prevent you from making those same ones. To make things a little bit easier, I'm going to break it down by sections. And section number 1 is diapering, which I know that sounds obvious. Like, of course you're going to need diapers and wipes for your baby, but there were a couple of things that I wish I knew along the way. One is that a lot of diapers have not optimal ingredients in it, which is crazy, right? They're marketed for babies. They're made for babies to wear 24/7. But a lot of diapers are bleached, they have dyes, fragrances, added lotions, all of these things that can be absorbed through your kid's skin. So I highly recommend looking into non-toxic options. There are some great affordable options. You can also do cloth diapering, which can in the long run be more affordable. So definitely looking into those non-toxic options for both diapers and wipes. You don't want to be using like a wipe that's going to cause any type of diaper rash or burning sensation on your little one's bottom. Another tip is stockpile those wipes. You are going to be using a ton of them, but when it comes to diapers, be a little bit more mindful of what size you're getting. You don't necessarily want to stockpile too much of those smaller sizes like newborn and size 1 because they go through those pretty quickly. I think both my kids were in like size 3 the longest. So if anything, I would say size 2, 3, 4, those ones you're going to want to stockpile and have a lot of, and maybe that's what you request for like your diaper party. Another one that goes along with diapering is a diaper pail. Now this gets a lot of controversy because some people are like, just use a garbage can. And I vividly remember the first time we used a garbage can and my dog got into the garbage can and pulled out a poopy diaper and just spread it all over the entire house. And I was like, okay, never again. I am pulling out Amazon, ordering a diaper pail right now. But I made a mistake when I ordered the diaper pail too, and I just ordered any diaper pail and was like, okay, this will be great. Well, shortly thereafter, like literally within months, it started to smell horrid. And I was like, what in the world? Like, this is made to hold diapers. It should not smell like this. It's supposed to like conceal the smell, right? It did not. So that was my mistake with ordering a diaper pail. You want to make sure that you order a stainless steel diaper pail. The stainless steel is going to resist absorbing those smells and prevent it from getting absolutely disgusting. Okay, this next section is clothing, bedding, basically anything that's a cloth material. Avoid the mistake that I did of just like walking into Marshall's and buying anything off the shelf that looked cute, because I know it looks so cute, guys, but baby skin is so sensitive. And when you're buying like polyester, which is plastic, polyester is plastic, and you're putting polyester blankets on them and it's right on their skin, and baby skin is so sensitive. So instead of doing that, make sure that you are buying both clothing, swaddles, sleep sacks, sheets, mattress protectors, anything that's going to be touching the baby's skin. You want it to be 100% organic cotton, GOTS certified, Oeko-Tex certified. Those are the certifications that you want to look for, which quite honestly are very easy to find. You'll see like a big green star looking thing when you're shopping at Target and you see one that's GOTS certified or Oeko-Tex certified. You're gonna see like Gerber or Carter's, like those brands that are primarily baby brands, they know this about babies, and they've made the modifications of making sure they're choosing good materials. Where you want to start to be very cautious about it is when you're shopping online, like Amazon. You're getting stuff that's literally made of plastic, and you don't want that on your baby's skin, or at least I didn't want that on my baby's skin, and I made that mistake. I definitely ordered a lot off of Amazon. Also, like getting hand-me-downs, like checking the brands. You might not see the actual tag that's GOTS certified or Oeko-Tex certified but you can kind of like start to familiarize yourself with the brands and find brands that you can trust. A few other tips that are related to clothing that like I really wish I would have known before buying clothing is avoid buying too many newborn clothes. I know that people say this all the time, and you're still gonna go out and you're gonna buy like 10 newborn outfits. I don't even think my kids wore clothes for the first month of their life. Like we barely ever put them in clothes because they had a diaper on and they were swaddled up in their blanket, or they were doing chest to chest, skin to skin with me. Now that being said, one thing I would buy is buy a preemie outfit. I did this with my daughter. She was born at 7 pounds. Yes, 7 pounds exactly. I was like, I'm a bad mom. I don't really remember this, but 7 pounds, and she like was swimming in the newborn. And for like those newborn photos, like I wanted her to like actually fit in her outfit and not be swimming in it. And I was so happy that I brought a preemie outfit to that hospital. And another thing is when you're buying baby clothes, 6 months and up, avoid getting any type of feet for daytime clothing. I just avoid feet entirely. Like we just stopped buying footies, anything over 6 months, but especially for anything that they're gonna be in during the day, because they're learning to roll and crawl and they need their feet as sensory to explore, but also to like help them push. And if they're wearing slippery like footies, you're prohibiting them from learning. So that's another good tip when you're buying clothes or having people buy clothes for you. I want to add another mention because sleep sacks and swaddles, again, I mentioned like choosing 100% organic cotton or wool is another great natural material. But there's this brand called Nest, and it blew me out of the water. We have been using them with my second born, and I wish I would have known about them when my daughter was younger. They have a sleep sack swaddle that is like basically like a Velcro, but it's silent. There's no like when you rip it open, no noise. It's literally silent when you open it, but it Velcros just like Velcro. It is mind-boggling. And it was so nice, those newborn moments when they're like really little and you're swaddling them still and they're just in their little bassinet. Oh gosh, it feels like so long ago, and my guy's only 15 months, but that was a huge find. And then as they get older, they have sleep sacks that have removable arms, which like to me was so important because sometimes I would dress my little guy in like a short sleeve pajamas, and I put the sleeves on so that he was like covered up at night. But then like sometimes he had long, really comfy, cozy pajamas, and I could just take the sleeves off even while he was wearing them. If I noticed that he was like hot in the middle of the night, I could remove the sleeves. And I was like, this is just like pure genius. This brand has thought about those little details. And I think that they're the best sleep sacks I've ever tried. And I know you're gonna be like, well, there's Kite Baby. Like everybody loves Kite Baby, but Kite Baby uses bamboo, which like arguably is not a safe material to be on your skin. But I'm just saying, like these sleep sacks, this brand is top notch. It's amazing. Okay, this next section is basically just essentials because it's a bunch of things with a bunch of tips packed in here. First thing that I want to talk about is a nursery cart. You know, those like Pinterest worthy carts that like roll around and you keep snacks and water on top and all of the baby essentials down below. They are worth it. Like there are so many Pinterest things that I'm like, that's stupid. But this one has been worth it. I used it with my daughter for the first 2 years of her life. Then I got pregnant with my son and I used the same cart for him, and he is 15 months old. It is still next to the glider in his nursery. I still have my water. Sometimes I stock it with snacks, not as often now because I'm not like sitting in there for hours. But I've got everything that I need on this little rolling cart right next to me, and it is a game changer. When you're postpartum, you don't want to be walking over to the dresser. You don't want to be moving all around. This cart is like amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And taking the time to like actually organize it, I found bins that fit perfectly in the cart, and it made restocking and organizing really easy. And it also made growing with baby really easy because obviously like what they need as a newborn is different than like what you're gonna need later on when they're a year old. Like what I have in that cart has changed as my baby has grown. Next up, I'm not gonna dive too far into breastfeeding, but this product was like such a game changer the second time around. So the first time with my daughter, I used the Haka Ladybugs and the Haka, which are like two huge products that are on everybody's baby registry, but I would take them off if I were you. Which is horrible. Like I try not to bash brands, but there's a new brand called Boone, Boone. It is incredible. It's that same kind of concept where you just put it in your bra on the side that your baby is not eating on. So you have your baby feeding on this side, you just stick it in your bra. It's so well like designed, like the shape of it, that it fits in your bra really well. It doesn't get smushed, it's not moving around, like it sits against your boob and it does a great job. And just the way that it's designed and the way that it fits a lot better and works a lot better than the Haka or the Haka Ladybug. And I use that solely for my second child. I wish I would have known about it for my first. I would have used it. I honestly don't even think it existed 4 years ago when Adeline was born. So highly recommend that. Swap those on your registry right now. Next up is a nursing pillow. Whether you're going to be breastfeeding or you're going to be bottle feeding or you just have a baby in general, get the My Breast Friend pillow. It is life-changing. My son is 15 months. I still use it every single day. Basically what it is this nursing pillow that wraps around your waist and actually has a buckle that you can clip. You can tighten it nice and tight, and it supports your arms whether you're nursing your baby, feeding your baby, rocking your baby, just sitting with your baby. It's so good for your body and your support. I know, guys, I know you can breastfeed without a pillow. Like, congrats if that's you. Your back is taking that. Like, you're hunched over when you're breastfeeding a baby, or you're not in an optimal position. And if you're going to be breastfeeding or taking care of a baby 24/7, it's going to wear your body out. I promise you, it's going to wear your body out. I've done it twice. I've nursed both my babies till 2 years. I'm still nursing my son right now. And I use it every single day. It saves my back, my shoulders, my neck. It's amazing. And my favorite part of it is that you can stand up. When I'm rocking my baby to sleep or bouncing my baby to sleep, I still have it attached to my waist. Like, it's still holding the bulk of the weight, and I'm just enjoying it. It makes bedtime, it makes it all that much easier. It is better than any other nursing pillow I've tried. I've tried 3 other ones. We do have a couple other versions to like help prop them up when they're sitting or do tummy time. Like, put them on your registry if you want them, but if you're gonna only be able to pick one pillow, it's the My Breast Friend. All right, next up is an infant car seat. Now, I know this isn't in everybody's budget, which stinks. Like, I wish everybody could have an infant car seat because it really does make a huge difference. Now, I just want you to like imagine this. Like, you birth a baby, whether you're, at a hospital or a birthing center or at home, wherever you are, and you've got to leave the house, but they tell you not to pick up anything heavier than your baby and to rest and not do heavy lifting. But then all of a sudden you've got to like carry this diaper bag and this super heavy car seat, and you've got to like haul it into the car. The infant car seat is a game changer, is what I'm trying to tell you. The infant car seat usually weighs like under 10 pounds. It's super light. You can put your baby in it while you're inside, keep them free from all of the germs that are, out in the world, especially when they're teeny tiny. You can bundle them up if it's cold out, or just get them nice and comfy. And then you walk it to the car and clip it in. It is so easy. And then you don't have to remove them everywhere you go. If you have to run into the grocery store, they can stay in their cozy little car seat. Sleeping most of the time, like those newborns are sleeping all the time, so it's nice because you don't have to unbuckle them and wake them up. Like, they stay sleeping. They can sit in the cart sleeping. You can take them to the doctors and they can stay asleep. It is just a big game changer. One mistake that I made, though, the first time around, is not researching car seats. Now, I compared car seats and like features and whatnot, but I had no idea that car seats contained flame retardants. One thing that was like such a bitter thing to swallow, because I was like, okay, well, now that I know, I feel like I have to buy a car seat that doesn't have flame retardants, because I don't want my baby soaking that up through their skin. Like, flame retardants are so bad for you. But I had already had this car seat that was like perfectly in good condition, and I was just like so upset with myself. I was so annoyed that I didn't have anybody tell me before buying a car seat that most brands on the market still use flame retardants, even though they know the harmful effects that they have on babies. But to help you guys out, I have created a comparison chart with infant car seats and convertible car seats and strollers and wagons, like all of the good stuff, all of the gear that you're gonna need that are free of flame retardants, so that not only can you see which options are available that are free of flame retardants, but you can also compare and figure out of those ones, which ones will best work for your family. For us, we chose the Nuna Rava for convertible, and we chose the Nuna Turtle Air for when they were little baby infants. And another crazy thing that I'm just gonna throw out there while I'm thinking about infant car seats is that there's an infant insert in all of the baby car seats, and this has to be removed at 14 pounds usually, like right around 12 to 14 pounds. You have to take it out, which is crazy because it's like in the thick of like, you're like still in a groggy newborn haze and you're not thinking about it. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, my baby's way too big and he's still in the infant insert. Like, I gotta take that out. So just a reminder, I had like a little note in my phone that said like remove insert at 14 pounds. And it was right where I like kept track of the weight, his weight and height at every doctor's appointment. So when I would like put in that he was like, 13 pounds, I was like, oh, I have to remove that soon. And same thing, like when I had to like move him from the infant car seat to the convertible, I had that written down, like when he hit the weight and height requirement, so that it was like right there and I didn't have to like go back to the manual and figure it out. Like it was just like easy to see and change down the line. Oh, I do want to mention that I am going to link the car seat stroller comparison chart in the description below, so you can check that out. It's free, so hopefully it helps you. The next thing that we're talking about is the baby carrier. I am a huge advocate for baby wearing, especially if you're gonna have more than one kid. You're gonna get tons of use out of it. I know it's hard to look at a baby carrier and be like, $300, like they're pricey, really pricey, especially if you're getting a good brand that's reputable. The ones on Amazon are not tested for safety. They use crappy, they take shortcuts. I would not buy a baby carrier off of Amazon. There's a lot I wouldn't buy off of Amazon, but especially a baby carrier. So when you're buying a trusted brand, a good quality brand, they are going to be more expensive. But if you think about it as an investment, like a car seat that you're going to be using for years, for several kids most likely, it makes it kind of worth it. I have tested 15 different carriers, and I hands down recommend the Sakura Bloom carrier if you're only going to buy one. If you're going to buy two, I also highly recommend getting a ring wrap because it just works for different uses. But if you're going to buy one, a baby carrier that's like semi-structured, that holds the baby against your chest, buy the Sakura Bloom. It is the only carrier that I could wear longer than a couple of hours before like my back was like killing me. Any other carrier, there's some like with the crisscross backs that I put them on and instantly was like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. Like this is so painful. It's just pushing right here. My neck hurts. And I was like, this is wrongly designed. The Sakura Bloom is amazing. It is well worth the money. They're so well designed. The quality is amazing. I have two of them. I love them. I absolutely adore them. We used it every single day for the first year. Every single day of that first year. Next up is a monitor. Now, I made several mistakes with monitors. I'm on my third monitor and I finally found one that I like. But the biggest mistake that I made was not getting a split screen or a monitor that was capable of a split screen for my first monitor. I should have just like thought ahead. I knew I wanted more than one kid, but my first monitor had like, you could definitely have two cameras, but you had to like flip back through the from one screen to the next, and I hated that. I wanted it to like be split so I could see both or four at the same time. So I finally like switched. I got the Mom Cozy monitor so that I could see both of them, and I love it. We've been using it for almost 2 years now, and it is super great. It holds a charge, which a lot of the brands like will die super fast. This one actually holds a charge really nicely, has the split screen capabilities, and has all of the other capabilities that I would want as a mom. Number 12 is bassinet. Now this isn't a mistake that I made, but I see a lot of people making, not a mistake, but a tip. Get the bassinet used. You use that bassinet for like 3 to 6 months. Barely. Like your baby barely uses it. And then people put it up on Marketplace or resale shops and they sell it for a fraction of the price. And I actually bought mine both times. So I bought one for my daughter off Marketplace. We used it for 6 months. It looked brand new. I bought my own sheets. Like that was the only thing that I replaced was the sheets. But like it looked brand new, and then I sold it. So I didn't have to store it while we were like in a small townhouse. And then I rebought another one for my son. We used it for 3 months and then I sold it again. And I don't know, it was just like, this is such a lightly used baby item, and your baby is so tiny. There's like not a lot happening when they're that little. It made sense to me. Just buy it, that's one that you don't have to invest in new, definitely not. And the last like essential that I want to talk about is a dresser. So it depends on your space. Like you don't necessarily need a dresser, but wherever you're storing the baby's clothes, I need you to think past like the first year, because they grow so fast, guys. Like it is mind-boggling how much you're not only switching the clothes out in the dresser, but like then past a year, like things change. You need to be able to modify whatever system you're setting up. And a lot of the times, like I see reels or Pinterest boards that are like, these are pretty permanent solutions. Like you're setting the dresser up for success for like the first year, but what happens after that? So like you want to make sure that you're getting like removable dividers that you can move and switch as their clothing gets bigger and bigger. Removable bins that like you can move around depending on like what they need, because it's going to change a lot and it's going to change so fast. That's one thing I like being a mom. You're going to feel like you are changing the dresser and like switching their clothes out every day. It's going to happen so fast. You're going to be mind boggled. That's like one of the things I was not expecting. All right, I lied. There's one more essential. I don't know why I didn't include this as essentials, but high chair. A lot of people, this is something that you put on your registry. A lot of people put it on their registry. I would say the only things that you want to make sure when buying a high chair is stop looking at like the 7-in-1. Like truthfully, I do not think I know a single person who has kept their high chair to those faces. Like once you're done with your high chair and they're not using it as a high chair anymore, you're getting it out of there. Like I promise. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. But I don't know a single person who kept their high chair out and like modified it into like these other things. Like I truly don't. Instead, I highly recommend just focusing on ease of clean. Like this, your high chair is gonna get disgusting. Like you want one that is like easy to clean, wipe down. It has to be like not have all these like crevices and foam pads and stuff. It needs to be super easy to clean. And you also want to make sure that it has a footrest, because it's super important for babies to be sitting like ergonomically while they're eating to make sure that they're not choking and that they're digesting properly. So those are my two things. Like when you are looking for a high chair, make sure you're checking those things out. Okay, the next section is like health and wellness stuff. This is gonna be less of like these big purchases, but things that I still like highly recommend. A humidifier. Now, I see humidifiers on people's baby registries, but take the one that's on your registry off, get rid of it, and put a stainless steel humidifier on it. It's more, it's definitely an investment, it's expensive. But the thing about stainless steel is not only are you like getting rid of those harmful plastics, like we do not want to be boiling in plastic and spewing that out in the air. We don't need more plastic. Get rid of the plastics. This also, so it doesn't have the plastic, we're avoiding that, but it's also so much easier to clean because it's stainless steel. Like it's super easy to clean. You're not getting that disgusting like mildy nastiness. It stays cleaner for a lot longer, so I have to clean it less. And then when I do, it's just so easy to clean. I highly recommend the stainless steel instead. Next up is a staple. I swear the amount of congestion that happens in like itty bitty babies and toddlers is mind-boggling. They're just getting, germ after germ after germ, and whether they're getting a full-blown sickness or just the sniffles, like it's happening multiple times a year. So I highly recommend a saline spray, which you spray up into their nose. Make sure it's just saline and not a bunch of other gross stuff in there. But then also a medical grade nasal aspirator. Like I've seen the nose Fritas where you suck it out. I saw that works. I like to keep that one in my diaper bag for like on the go. I've seen the like handheld electric ones. We've used those. Then come my baby number 2, I came across the medical grade one. It's like a little box, this long tube, and the suction is so powerful but gentle. It is, why even bother with the other ones? Like this one instantly sucks it all out. There's no farting around. There's no like it just sucks it all out. It is so powerful, and I highly recommend putting it on your registry. It works so well for us. Going along with like that sickness is having homeopathic remedies available. Now, like I said, little babies are constantly getting sick, and we don't want to be giving them Tylenol multiple times a week, month, a year. Like, my daughter is 3.5 and I've never had to give her Tylenol. Her body has been able to fight everything off, just supporting it with supplements as well as homeopathic treatments. And I don't know, like, I know people are hesitant to buy homeopathic treatments because they seem super complicated, but I've fallen in love with this brand Boron, and they make these super easy drops that, whether it's colic, gas, cold and flu, they're teething, whatever kind of like ailment it is, they've got these little drops for babies, and you just drop them. They're pre-measured doses. You just drop them right into their mouth, and they work so well, and it's all natural ingredients. It's just really helping support their bodies to like heal during this process. It's just such a nice, gentle way. Like, to me, it's like medicine is there for a reason, and we need it, and we do need it in the world for some things, but like, babies are so little and sensitive, like, to be giving them some like hard medicine to me just seems so extreme. So I don't know, and I feel like you might as well try it, and you might as well use it if you have it. So buy it, put it on your registry. I don't know, it's like, I feel like if you're watching this, you're probably trying to buy products that are a little bit like gentler and nicer for your kids. So hopefully you're like, yes, I will put homeopathic medicine on it, because it's not weird, guys. It's been life-saving for us. Okay, another one is, I see all of the butt paste and Aquaphor and all of these things. Aquaphor is petroleum jelly, guys. Petroleum jelly. It is sourced from like we know petroleum is toxic. It is crazy that we're rubbing that all over our babies. I don't know, guys. The marketing behind these companies is crazy. But that being said, ditch all of the stuff that you have, all of the diaper rash cream, everything. Ditch it all and get like Earthly Wellness's Soothing Skin Balm. It is magic. I came across it when my daughter had eczema. She was about a year old, and we were trying to buy a product that had very minimal ingredients, which it does, very minimal ingredients. They're all natural. There's no fragrances. There's nothing worrisome in this at all. And we used it for her eczema, and it was the only thing that kept it like at bay. And then I started using it for everything. Like, I use it as lotion, I use it as face cream, I use it if I get a rash for something. If we never really get diaper rash because we use non-toxic diapers, but if my daughter ever has like an eczema outbreak, like, we use it. Like, we use it for everything. But for babies, it's so nice because it creates that barrier, it protects their skin, it's nice and thick. It's the best, guys. Okay, and then these last two items that we're going to talk about are more like general household things, not necessarily like things you might put on your baby registry, but they are probably hands down the most important things that you take into account when bringing a new baby into this world. One is a diaper bag. I'm sure you have a diaper bag on your registry. There's a ton of diaper bags out there. Honestly, diaper bags are great. Whatever one you get is gonna be fine. I have recently found a diaper bag that I highly recommend, and I'm going to quickly tell you about it just because I think it's super cool. It's this amazing diaper bag that has a top little compartment where you can put like diapers and wipes, and then it has a shelf. You can open the shelf to get to the bottom, or you can keep it closed, and then you can access the bottom of the bag through the front of it. It's really nice because you're getting rid of that like deep black hole. I've never seen another bag like this where like it has two completely separate compartments. I feel like a lot of diaper bags become this like pit of like you're just stuffing stuff in, and like you have to like dig to get through it. This one totally eliminates that. I really like it. The brand is Zombie Queen. I've been using them for probably 8 months now. I love traveling with it. It's really well designed. I love everything about it. So just add that to your comparison list. I'm not saying it's like gonna be the perfect diaper bag for you, but it's a really good diaper bag. So, and the last one is just a couple of swaps that I highly recommend making in your home. These might not be things that you put on your registry, but they're super important for that first year, especially. Like I said, babies in general are so sensitive. So making these swaps, just things that I highly recommend. One is your cleaning products. Cleaning products are one of the biggest reasons for polluted air. Just the toxic smells, fragrances, chemicals that are pumped into these like commercial cleaning products are horrible. And they really do affect your baby. I highly recommend switching to either Truly Free or Force of Nature. Force of Nature is really cool because it uses hypochlorous acid, which was used in like World War II to clean wounds. Like, it is medical grade, but it has this little device, makes it for you, and it cleans, disinfects, sanitizes. It's incredible. It's super cool, all in one. I use it on everything. And then the other thing I would swap is your laundry detergent. Like I said, your baby is in clothes, they're in the blankets, they're on the sheets, whatever you're washing in your laundry detergent, if it's full of artificial fragrances and toxic chemicals, your baby's gonna be absorbing that. So I highly recommend looking into a cleaner version of laundry detergent as well. We love Truly Free because it still smells really good. Any non-toxic laundry detergent is approved by me. I would just make the switch, get rid of the Tide, guys. It's horrible for you. I know it can feel super overwhelming creating a registry, so hopefully this video helped you, kind of guided you through some of the mistakes that I made so that you're not going to be making those same mistakes, and really put into perspective like the things that you really need this first year. Those are my top 20 things that I highly recommend as a mom of two, and I wish you the best of luck with building your registry, but also your little bundle of joy. I think motherhood is the greatest thing in the world, and I'm so happy that I get to be a mom and get to share this journey with you. Make sure to follow me over at Jessica Hazeman on Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me here for more motherhood videos. I like to put out all types of motherhood videos and hope that I can inspire you and just kind of go on this motherhood journey with you. I'm also going to link all of these products in the description below, as well as my non-toxic motherhood guide, which can help you, especially as you're building your registry. It is basically a registry, but with a spin of non-toxic on it. So everything in there are really good non-toxic options, choices that I would personally make for my kids, that I've tried, that I use. So it kind of takes the stress away from building that registry and makes it a little bit easier for you. And that's it. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.